Happy Hobonichi season. I actually did 2 orders, and the first one, I didn't realize it was Hobonichi season or that there was a new release, anything like that. I just really wanted a specific item, and so I purchased it for me and a friend, and afterward I really wanted some inspiration, so I started watching a ton of Hobonichi videos, and I found out that all the big like fall release just happened, all the planners for next year were out, and I knew I was gonna come back and buy the planners, but after I watched so many videos, I was just so eager to start that I decided to place that second order, and I want to do a haul of everything that I got. I made the rookie YouTube mistake, which was not press record on my second camera, which is my phone, the one facing down, so you could actually see everything that I was opening. So I did indeed repackage some things because that is the most satisfying part, but if you're not a crinkle like plastic person, you're also still gonna like this because most of the plastic is off. I wanted some of it for like the fun, the aesthetics, and it's like I'm gonna just have a bunch of brand new stuff all over again. Let's start with my original order and what inspired me to finally jump into Hobonichi. This year's quote, every single video I've seen has said, oh, you've already heard it 100 times, I'm just gonna skip it, but no one has read it to me, so let me read it to you. It says, before you think of anything, write, that made me happy. Don't ask yourself what made you happy until afterward. Then write down the answer, even if you really have to dig for one. You could also try, that made me sad, or that was delicious. This is a remnant of the fact that I've already opened my order. This came with the weeks. Everyone is giving this thing such a hard time saying it's creepy, but I just love it. It reminds me of the Phantom of the Opera. I think this is supposed to be a Techo, both of these, and so I think it's kind of fun. I guess it is sort of creepy, but I'm actually really into that kind of stuff, so I think it's cute. It's getting a lot of flack, but yeah, I like it. Especially the funny little poster. I'm currently decluttering my library space to make it more of a study and get a desk, everything like that. And so I could see myself framing this and just setting it somewhere. It could fit the vibe of the library, the study, that whole like atmosphere, and kind of a good way to honor my first Hobonichi year. Creepy or not, I think it is very cute. I got myself this whole set, but I actually also got my friend a present, and it's similar, but I'm gonna show you one extra thing I got for her. And this is actually just the large gift bag. Got one for myself, and I think it is so precious. It's a tote, and then you actually can cinch it, and that's how you close everything up. I think it's gonna be a great way to present the gift and also give her space to put all of her new Hobonichi items and not have to worry about where she's gonna put them and, you know, that type of thing. On the side, it has this pretty little red tag. It says, happy nothing special day, happy something special day too. And inside of it, I got her the same item, and I'll unbox mine, but show you in particular the pen board I got her. But I'm leaving you guys out of the know. So first, let me just show you what I keep talking about. I got a Hobonichi 5-year planner. I don't know if you really consider it a planner, but I got the 5-year journal at a glance, whatever you like to call it. I am so excited to own this. I wanted one of these for years, and yet I didn't let myself buy it previously. I just thought, you know, you're not gonna do that. Like, you don't need it, save your money. And I regret that, because now I think back on those last 5 years, and in those 5 years, you know, we went through a global pandemic. I mean, that was an experience, but I got accepted into my dream school. It was a really challenging program to get into. I mean, it's 10 people every 2 years. I went through all of that. I got married, I graduated college, I started my career. All these really beautiful things that I wish I would have recorded and had the opportunity to reflect back on. What I plan to do with this guy is I want to maybe put pictures of like myself through these 5 years, and so I can just reflect back on who I was in the different phases of my life. You get these year at a glance, or just the calendars. I don't quite know what they're actually called, for all of the years that you're in this book. And what I want to do is on the actual dates is where I want to do my reflection, my writing, my memory keeping, all of that. And then on the right side, this is going to be hard for me, but I just want to express myself and not be concerned by any arbitrary rules that I put out for myself. So I want to put photos and maybe learn to color and draw and be able to just take up space and let that be okay. That's a big thing for me. And I also want to allow myself to take up an entire page even the first year, because I can always add a little insert, which will make it really bulky, don't get me wrong, but that's going to be okay. I want to make this something that I can look back on and be really proud of. And if I don't happen to fill out the page that year, that's okay. I can do it the next year, the one after that, the one after that. We're in 2029. If I'm truly too shy or scared to write in it, I'll have a lot of work to do in 2029, but I'm really excited for it. And again, I got this for my best friend too, because she is somebody who really likes to reflect on life and she inspires me to do so. And I just thought there's nobody better to keep me accountable and also share this really fun experience with. I think the spine is beautiful and I can't wait for not only when I fill out this one in 2025 to 2029, which I think is the perfect year because that means my next one is 2030 and so forth. I love that I'm starting on a nice crisp number, which is kind of a silly thing, but you know, that's how it goes sometimes. So the pen board I got my friend for this is this very cute tulip pen board, and it actually has these little mice in it, which I didn't realize when I very first purchased it. And I like that they look like they're like relaxed, having a fun time on this little tulip. And then there's one little guy who is kind of flying or falling or maybe jumping into the tulip, but he's bringing me a lot of joy. I can't wait for her to have this. And we also got the exact same little mystery notebook freebie, so I'll show you mine. I want to keep hers nice and pristine, but it really is the exact same thing. And I checked them both because I really was hoping we would get the bats, and if we didn't both get them, I was going to give it to her because I think she's going to love this one. And this is what the little freebie looks like. I'm sure someone's flipped through it for you, but I thought this was such a great freebie because I think everyone who's buying from a stationery company naturally loves a free stationery freebie. I planned to get the 101 Dalmatians pen boards, and I didn't realize actually that I had made a mistake. I got little pockets instead. I love them regardless, so this one says, hey, I'm here for the fun, stay possum, and you have a little pocket, the back side, and then we also have woof, look for the good spots in life. Our backside here, these little sleeping cuties, sleepy dude. Same thing, they're just pockets. And so I had the pen board in my cart, and as I was perusing, I saw these. I went, oh, that's a great deal. Why don't I just buy it as a pair? You know, I know I only need one, but let's do it. I liked both designs. I bought in the wrong thing, but that's going to be fine. I'm just going to use them to hold stickers, and I purchased a few cute little monthly kits, and then also a functional sticker here and there, which I plan to maybe get a couple more as I start getting used to planning. I love how sweet the little boxes are for this guy because it's going to be a really fun way to be able to maybe even keep it safe, you know, during a move or on my shelf or whichever, however I decide to store it. But it's beautiful. I love the color, and I'm really excited again to do this with my friend. I know she's going to love it just as much as I do. I've been watching so many of these Hobonichi hauls that I want my little background to get cute and stuffed up. So that's what I got for my first order, and then I placed a second one because I knew I was going to want to get a Hobonichi planner. I was very eager to have the opportunity to finally purchase one, but I thought maybe I'd buy it in like late October or November. But after I watched so many Hobonichi hauls because I wanted inspiration for my 5-year, I decided let's just buy it now. Why stop being excited? And I saw a lot of really fun spreads I want to include in my planners. I thought let's just get it now and get into all of the fun and excitement. So I did already open this, so like I said, I filmed it once, but let's just take everything out and act like it's a total surprise and that we haven't done this before. You haven't, but I have, but it will be amazing. So I actually got 3 of the little covers for the Hobonichi Weeks. Of course, spoiler alert, I got Hobonichi Weeks. I got 3 of them for a few different reasons, and we'll kind of chit chat about those. So let's just jump into the planners so that way I don't have to be vague and we can just get into it. I cannot believe I'm actually looking at these Hobonichis. I know that's so silly, but I have always wanted one of these. I've always been a happy planner person, I was saying that, but I've just fallen out of love with the system, and I feel like I'm not being as functional as I used to. I got really into the like stickers, which was fun and all of that, but then I was like scared to make them look ugly with my actual plans. I know we've all been there. If you haven't, I'm impressed by you. Let's start with the one that I'm actually going to use for the entire year. Planner piece is upon me. I did repackage this. I'm sorry. It was so satisfying to get to do that again. And that's where this funny little guy, that's where he came from. And I'm sure this one did too. I just lost it along the way. So look at my sweet little guy. I got the Hobonichi Techo Weeks Mega. I decided I wanted some extra space. I felt so inspired to journal and write, and I want to add in 2024 recap in here since I won't have as much of an opportunity in the future to look back on it since I didn't have a full year planner there. And I've been watching Amy Y'all. I'm pretty sure that's her username. I love her. I want to be her. And her spreads and just the way she plans and backtracks and all this great stuff really inspired me. What I plan to do for the year, or let me do a flip through. I watched so many of these where everyone said, oh, we've all seen the inside of these a million times. And I was like, no, I want to see it again. Yeah, I know what the inside looks like, but please show me again. So I'm going to just give you a little brief flip through along with some of my plans with what I want to do. So again, this is the Hobonichi Weeks Mega. And then I love that this year is here and we get to reflect on last year and then the upcoming year. I've seen a lot of people as I've been doing these hauls and just trying to get some inspiration. They've been tracking things here. I actually have no idea what I would want to track, but that makes me excited. I think I will try and think of something. So let me know what you put here. I know a lot of people do habits. I probably want to stay away from my steps and things like that, just because I think there's something else I could do here. I mean, honestly, maybe I will do steps. I think it's a fun way to see the busyness of your seasons, but I don't think it's quite what I want to do here. Maybe I'll actually color code it, but not make it my primary thing. Anyways, giving you a lot of information for somebody who just said they didn't want to do that, but maybe I do now that I'm saying it out loud. Yeah, so I have no idea. I've always used these as, you know, knowing like, okay, in March I actually picked up a shift at a random office somewhere and like that I need to remember that. But I actually have a little pocketbook for that kind of stuff now, and so I don't see the same value in that. I kind of have like a little junk little pocket planner. So okay. I was eager to see that this actually has a little December start here, so I'll be able to hop into this a little bit sooner. On here, I plan to do kind of what I use my pocketbook for. I have a lot of little fun stickers I'll be placing on these. I purchased kits from the Coffee Monsters Co. I've always wanted to buy her stuff, and I just never have. I've admired Helen since pretty much the first time she started posting on social media about her business. Like, that's how long I've been following her, and I've never made a purchase. But I bought the January, February, and March monthly spreads because I didn't want to go out and buy the whole year, even though they're all beautiful, because I don't want to spend the money if I'm either not going to love doing monthly kits, like if I decide I want more space, or I don't want to do this, but what if I don't end up using my planner for the entire year and I don't want to waste my money? That's kind of my thing here. You know I did 2 orders and it might seem like a lot, but to me it's important to recognize that I can get really excited about things and buy everything for it, and I'm really trying not to. And maybe you're gonna say, girl, you didn't do that, but I think I did, okay? There were a lot of things I wanted, and again, I've been watching Amy's videos, and she posts her cousins, her Hobonichi cousins, and it's beautiful. And I thought, well, maybe I want one of those. And I said, no, you don't. Don't buy it. Start with a Weeks that says everything you need. Don't go crazy. And I want planner piece. I don't want to jump through a million planners because then I'll never use them. That's not how my brain works. Okay, back on track. So I bought little monthly kits for January, February, and March. And I will place those and just kind of get to play with the prettiness there. And I might actually end up buying all of the other ones throughout the year. I just didn't want to go too crazy. So I'm going to put, you know, my work days. If I happen to have a vacation, a doctor's appointment, things like that, I want this to be functional. And let me take a glance at what's going on for the entire month. I wasn't sure how I felt about everything being at the very front instead of like month by month, like a month calendar and then the weeks. But I think I'll actually really enjoy that. Okay, and then, okay, I did see we get to start this at the very end of November into December. They all said January starts, and I was like, oh, well then obviously we're not getting any December, but I was wrong, so I'm excited to hop into here during that, which will make another purchase kind of funny, but we'll get into that. What I plan to do, let's look into 2025 for some excitement. I want to keep it as functional as possible, so I'm going to do all of my function stuff on this side. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. If I decorate it or draw on it, awesome, but this is pure function. Let's use this thing. And then on this side, I want to do more some memory keeping, a little bit of journaling, just some thoughts and pictures, things like that. I really want to get one of those Canon Ivies, but for now, I'll probably just print things out on sticker paper, or I saw some like washi printer sticker paper that I might try so it doesn't get too thick. Oh, this is such a fun page to start on. I haven't read this little quote yet, but it just says, real friends don't laugh at your dreams. And I've been so embarrassed to make a YouTube video, and I decided, screw it, who cares? Like, let's just do the thing. Like, I make videos on TikTok about books. I'm on Book Talk. I've fallen a little bit out of love with it, and I just wanted to start fresh somewhere. But if you're into Book Talk, I'm Rain Reads there. But that's always been my thing. Like, if you are afraid your friends are gonna make fun of you, they're gonna make fun of you no matter what you're doing. So just do things you want to do, okay? And that means they're not good friends, just to clarify that. But anyways, this is a great and brave page. I can't wait to see that in a couple months. And hopefully I'll still be here making videos for you guys. And just making a community and meeting friends and gushing about the nerdy things that we all like. Okay, out of sap zone. So yeah, lots of photos, some journaling, and just fun stuff. No rules. I want to just actually use it. And then in the back, I plan to do a 2024 recap so that way I can reflect on some of the fun things I got to do. We went to Yellowstone. I visited my brother. He's actually in state, but he's practically out of state to me. He's at the very, very bottom of Washington. So we got to go there. We went to Boise, and it was just so much fun and a really great year for us that I want to be able to add that in there. And I've seen somebody on TikTok who does like all of their reads for a year, and I'd love to be able to do that just with the little pictures. And then whenever I want to, I might do a special little blurb about a book I liked, but no pressure there. So that's what I'm doing for my Weeks Mega. And my little pipe smoker guy, he's in a really great spot. I'm very happy about that. And then this is actually one of my other favorite ones, so I like that he's in a good spot too. He's always on here a lot. I didn't know that, but yeah, I'm so proud that I get to finally start this. I really always wanted one of these, so I'm eager about that. And then this is probably my only true impulse purchase. And I him and hawed about this in my cart, and I thought, you know what? It's $27. Yeah, that is a decent amount of money, but it's okay. We can all make mistakes. It's fine. It's not a mistake though. So as I was watching all these hauls to get my 5-year excitement, and then I learned it was Hobonichi week, all of these things. So I've been watching hauls like crazy, and somebody said that they were going to use one of their weeks for a meal planner. And that instantly just really resonated with me, and I knew I wanted the exact same thing. So what I plan to use this for is of course the meal planning, but for my monthlies, I'm gonna write what we ate, and maybe I'll even give it a little like rating, like a 5-star rating, and then we can kind of decide on meals we want to repeat. My least favorite thing about being an adult is having to meal plan. I think it sucks. I hate having to grocery shop. I hate having to make meals and think of what to eat for dinner. That is the worst thing in the universe. And one thing I'll do is I notice we'll eat the same thing over and over, and then suddenly like 4 months later, I'm like, what were we even eating? We were obsessed with certain foods, and I haven't made them in forever. I want to make those, but I don't remember what they are. My husband doesn't remember what they are, and we don't save recipes, so I want to be able to write all that there. And then when it comes to the actual weeks themselves, I want to write what we had for dinner, and then put our grocery list over here. Any thoughts? You know, it'd be kind of fun too to be able to write like, oh, I wish we would have added like more paprika. I want it to be spicy. Or what if we added this as more of a savory thing? And I think it'll be kind of fun to look back on and know what to make for dinner. And then I may end up writing what I will personally eat, maybe like on one side of this column, like my breakfast and my lunch, and then keep something reserved for dinner, because the main point is for dinner, but I meal prep my lunch as always. And I used to meal prep my breakfast, and I'd like to do that again. Otherwise I just skip it. And I want to, of course, eat breakfast and lunch. So I might put that there, but that's not any big rush for me. And in the back, I want to be able to write in a fun way, just some little recipes that we've enjoyed. And I also think I might use this a little bit as a home planner, because we are currently trying to purchase our first home. And that's something that'll be really fun to be able to put my 5-year journal there. And so I might want to be able to put things like, you know, we cleaned the gutters last August, let's do this, let's do that, and just kind of a running list of home repairs we want to do, or just thoughts, inspirations. I mean, I'm sure the first year will be absolute chaos, and I might laugh at myself for thinking I was ever going to do that, but yeah, I really want to be able to do that and just write those little kinds of things, you know. And unfortunately, the boring stuff like chores, like did I mop the floors this week, and just that kind of boring stuff, cleaning the baseboards, just keeping myself accountable, because I will forget to do those things, like out of sight, out of mind. And this is the one that inspired me to go ahead and get some clear covers here. I wasn't so sure if I was going to, because I love this, and in my head I envisioned myself having one of those leather journals. I love those, but they were all sold out. I may try and buy one secondhand in the future. I saw a lot of cute ones on Etsy. Or just wait, and I'm sure they'll restock them. They seem like a popular item, but I didn't need to go out and buy things from like a million different places just to complete this like aesthetic dream. So I did end up purchasing one for this one as well, just so I don't get it all dirty, even though I kind of like wear and tear. I don't think I'll actually mind. But in that same vein of wishing I would have had a cover, you guys, I did the funniest little thing. I purchased these cute little memo pads so I could just put my little to-dos and random thoughts, and Unfortunately, doing it in a way that let things stay aesthetic, if I wanted to make any changes, could be kind of fun for like video ideas and just stuff like that. And I was thinking, oh, it's gonna look so cute in the back of my cover, all tucked in. I can't wait. And then I had to check myself. I was like, girl, you didn't even buy a cover. Oops. But that's fine. I will use it for the exact things I just said I was going to use it for. I want to be able to do just quick little notes, thoughts, and then again, maybe some video ideas for one of them, because I want to make more videos here where I want to do planners and I love to budget and just that kind of stuff. And then again, I have that Book Talk account and I feel like I don't know what to do with it, and I kind of want to start something separate. I don't know, it's a whole thought. So that's what I got here. And you guys missed it in the first one. I really had no idea how to do these. So if you're somebody who's been watching but hasn't done anything yet, like never had a Hobonichi, I forgot they like bend so well. And that's how I got this guy on so easy, because at first I was like, how do you do this? It was sort of embarrassing, but it didn't matter because I knew that no one was gonna care. But there we go. That is this guy. And I guess now that I'm thinking about it, let's do red. That seems very homestead with my little country guy. I can actually probably just tuck this in right back here. I know it'll make it a little bit bulkier when it comes to my actual like planner itself, but I don't think that's anything significant since that's pretty small, honestly. So we'll see if that's something that bothers me or not. Although these actually ended up being significantly smaller. That's probably how I'll actually do that. I don't know. I don't think I like that. We'll see. It doesn't matter. We'll figure it all out. But these actually ended up being way skinnier than I thought. And of course it'll tell me like how many pages was in this when I originally bought it. I don't know, I guess I just assumed there was more, but no big deal. I think it'll still serve my purpose regardless. So yeah, I really wanted to cover on this guy so I wouldn't get things like spaghetti stains. That was my concern in my head. I was like, oh my goodness, if you don't get a cover for this, you're gonna get spaghetti stains all over it, which I guess is true, like if I'm referencing recipes in the back. But yeah, so I got that. I got them for all of them. And as you saw, I got one more. So that's a little vague something or other that you'll see here in just a couple of minutes. Almost completed my haul number 2. Oh, I got my cute pen boards, but let's actually talk about the Hobonichi pens. I can't believe I didn't talk about these first. I had them out of reach a little bit. So, you know, I've of course watched all these hauls. And so I've seen people talk about how the release was terrible. You know, the server wasn't working or something, you know, along those lines, when people were staying up really late, and I totally get that. Like I love books, and I used to always buy special editions where the server would crash, they'd sell it in like 5 minutes and all these things. And so my first instinct was like, oh, you guys don't be silly, but now I'm like, okay, I get it. But anyways, that's kind of irrelevant. My point is, nobody likes the yellow. Everyone says, ew, McDonald's, this is gross, I hate this. And I'm like, you guys, yellow is my favorite color, so I'm thrilled. What a good year for me to start. They're a funny, cute little keepsake, and I actually am really excited about this, obviously for my planner, but also for work. When I do my chart notes, I'm excited because these are the 3 colors I use. Red is like if someone needs treatment or if they need their like x-rays. Black is just like regular little notes. And then blue is for when we're doing like our morning huddle. We'll talk about our patients and saying like, okay, we have all this outstanding treatment, or maybe this person's going to be sedated for the day, or things like that, and I write that in blue. And that kind of lets me know that that's an alert for not my patient and likely somebody I won't see, but if I go in there and get them numb, or if I go in there and I do their filling, that kind of thing, I'll have the opportunity to be very aware in a quick refresher kind of way. Anyways, I love these. I originally thought that maybe I'd be a good friend and let my friend have the other one, but I'm going to be selfish once I realize that I could so use this for my chart notes. Very excited. I am just happy to have all these fun little things. And I've been saving up for my little planner season this year because I bought 2 happy planners last year. I bought a budget planner and then just a regular 1-year planner, and I didn't use them at all. I did like 1 month, put them out of sight, out of mind, in a great place to store them because I don't have a desk, and I didn't use them. That's embarrassing to me. I bought 2 little sticker books. I never used them, but I'm going to use them this year in my Hobonichi because it doesn't matter. Okay? So let's just go over my pen boards and one other little random special item. Actually, I lied. Let's do this funny little guy first. So I was so eager to start everything that I decided, you know, I'm a grown adult with grown adult money. I could just buy a 2024 planner. This is a spring start since I obviously didn't need the beginning of the year. And I thought this would be a great way to just keep up in the excitement and kind of learn more about the paper, test some pens, and just start working on my system. Again, I'm feeling really eager and excited. My Happy Planner is not working for me, so let's hop into it. I don't really plan to backdate anything except for I will do August because I went on 2 vacations. Me and my best friend went to Hawaii, then me and my husband went on a huge road trip. And I think that'd be so fun to be able to put our photos in here and give me just a fun way to look back on. September wasn't anything special, but I might backdate it just for funsies with anything that was special, I guess. And then I'll go forth with all these months. I played with it very gently, just learning about my pens and some ghosting. When I first started, I was really scared that I didn't like it, so I was like, this is small. But I had to remind myself that's exactly why I wanted it, because I could just bring it with me everywhere I go. And that's why I ended up getting the 3rd cover. I didn't really know if I would need one. I'm not really concerned about necessarily getting dirty, but I think I will appreciate having the cover and just the extra space to put little stickers and bits and bobs. But I'm really excited. I have 3 kitties. They are my life. They're my little dudes. I got an orange one. He's actually all the way orange, but this will still show him. I've got a black cat, and then I have a Himalayan cat, which is very similar to a Siamese, just long-haired and Persian as well. Siamese and Persian. It doesn't matter. He's very cute. Anyways, and that reminds me of him, and so I'm just kind of excited to get to see all my kitties in one little place. Obviously, I'm a crazy little cat lady, but that's okay. And then it came with that little pocket sticker. I may use it in this year's, or I might just actually wait and use it somewhere else, or I don't know. I don't have a huge need for it, so we'll just see. Okay. Oh, and it came with this must be last year's little printout. And these guys were so funny. I could see myself cutting these out, or I might even just paste it somehow in a way where I can like unfold these like from whatever page I pasted. I don't know. Because that's all I care about. So I might like, oh, I don't know. Maybe I'll go like this. Anyways, it doesn't matter. That's the thought process. I think it's very cutie. Or I might just cut out the little guys there. So back to my disaster with my little pockets. I, of course, bought the wrong ones. We went over that. And I still wanted the 101 Dalmatians pen boards, but I decided I was going to use this little guy instead for my 5-year journal. So let's reopen it, because yes, I did put these back in here because I just wanted the satisfaction of, keeping them safe, but also hauling them with the little plastic on. So fun. This is easily my favorite pen board. I was really between this one or the 101 Dalmatians, but I decided to go with the 101 Dalmatians because that is like my childhood obsession. But once I made a mistake, I decided let's do this one. This one makes me think of my husband. He's a little bird guy, and I'm happy to have this guy, and making my little mistake really helped me actually just decide which one to get. And it has a pretty blue side on the back, which is one of my favorite colors. And it's kind of fun because this green is also my favorite along with yellow. So those are all my favorite colors in one space. It's just kind of special, kind of neat. That's what happens, I guess, when you buy your own stuff and you choose them, but you know what I mean. And it's kind of fun. I actually just got new loupes, which are those like telescope glasses that like your doctors, dentists, surgeons, people like that wear. I'm a dental hygienist, so I wear loupes, and mine I got are actually sort of a green color like this, a bit darker, but kind of a fun little surprise there how similar they were going to be. It says, cool dude, take your own path, best pup ever. And then on the back side, we've got our 3 little pals back here saying all aboard. And it's a really pretty purple color, and I like that it has a little ruler. I think that'll be helpful. I got this, of course, for my weeks. And then this one, this was an extra purchase kind of along with this one. But it's kind of fun because this is actually where I'm going to put it, since that is my little home Hobonichi. And that's actually what I decided in the last original recording of this video. So if I have something good, you might notice I might kind of clip them together because the lighting will be slightly different since there are more clouds now. But if I said something really incredible, I'll put it in here. Okay, and what I liked about this is it kind of just represents a lot of things in my life. Okay, so I was telling you guys my husband's totally a bird boy, so we got some birdhouses, this little koala who's reading in their plant room, this pretty little rabbit painting, another bird, little panda sipping tea with the birds and bunnies, and then this little kitty doing their chores. That made me giggle, since I'm going to put in my home one now that I've connected all those thoughts. But anyways, I'm like, oh, that's me doing my chores, just hanging out. And then it has a little library at the bottom, which I think is so perfect, a cute little black kitty. And yeah, I'm really excited for that. And I decided in the last video, that I just needed to have it in this cute little home one. So I think that'll be a great spot for it. So I think that'll be just perfect. And then that means that this cool dude is gonna go in my everyday planner. And my pretty little guy is gonna go in my 5-year journal. I think this will be really pretty and reflective. Like it just has a nice, the ambiance of the thing. It'll be reflective. I think you know what I'm trying to spit out. I'm really excited and eager to start. I'm happy that I decided to get this little 2024 guide just to kind of start all of the fun and kind of rip the band-aid off on this Hobonichi journey for myself. I'm really happy with how intentional I was with my purchases. I felt really embarrassed about the fact that I bought in that happy planner and then never used it, especially because I had the audacity to buy a budget one with it, never used that, which means I wasted my money. And I almost bought an undated version of the budget one. And I was like, no, girl, you're gonna fill this out. You are responsible. You're not just buying things to buy things. So this is my 2025 lineup. I'm excited about the 2025 lineup, and I think it's gonna be a successful year. I will be in this mega all year long. I'm curious to see how I feel about it by the end of the year. I really don't want to buy another planner. I want to just go all out in one and not waste my time, money, any of the things. This is my planner piece, and I appreciate you so much for watching my Hobonichi order. Tell me what you guys got, or my Hobonichi haul, you know what I meant. Tell me what you got and what you plan to use them for. I've seen a lot of really great inspiration. I mean, using this as a meal planner was just such a big moment when somebody said that, and that's why I was like, I need to actually buy this because that is everything I've ever dreamed of. That's exactly what I want to use it for. I'm excited to write my grocery list in here. Hopefully that lasts the entire year, because that, again, is the worst part. My husband is always like, oh, I'll just remember everything, and honestly he does, but I won't. And if we're together, we won't remember everything because then he's distracted, is what he says. Thank you for watching. I would love if you could follow, comment, subscribe, the whole shebang. And again, tell me what you got. I've been loving watching everyone's hauls and seeing what they're going to use them for, because some people are buying a lot of planners and have a lot of different goals with them. I could really see myself in the Hobonichi Cousins. That one is a bit tempting for me, but I decided not to grab it. It's going to be a bit too big, I think, for me this coming year, and the weeks will be a good way for me to grow and learn. But seeing all of those cousin hauls, I was like, stop watching these. These are beautiful, but I don't currently have a need for an every single day, because I'll just use one of these blank pages if I need an extra day or a longer to-do list. But I could see myself getting into one of those if I decide that I really like to journal and add pictures and things like that. Again, I've been watching Amy and she really inspires me. So that's everything I got. Thanks for watching, and I cannot wait to show you guys my setup. I purchased a few stickers for 2025, and I kind of went over how I try not to buy too many of them. I'm excited to do my setup for 2025. I'm gonna film that, and if you have any filming tips, I mean, you can give them to me. I would really appreciate them. I know my backdrop isn't super cute, but it's the only corner I've got in my house right now, but maybe when I finally have a desk, I will have a cute little filming spot. But for now, I don't think anyone cares. We're here about planners. We're not here about my blank wall. Okay, I'm rambling. Thank you so much, and watch out for my 2025 setup, and let me know your favorite planner videos to watch, because I would love inspiration on what maybe I want to film and also what I want to go binge watch. And I plan to do like plan with me's that are functional, and then maybe I'll kind of hodgepodge them together with what it actually end up looking like by the end of the week. That is one of my like dream videos that I'm gonna do, so let me know if those are actually cool or not. But thanks again, and I will see you later. Enjoy your Hobonichi haul season, and I hope you are binging as many videos as I've been. If you posted one, please comment. I would love to watch it. There's like a 95% chance I already have, but let me know. I will watch it if I have it, or I'll comment and tell you I've already watched it and I loved it. I'll stop rambling. I'll see you guys later.